I love the Fort Lee community. It's a community that's alive, that has something going on every single minute.
Leslie and I picked Fort Lee for a number of reasons. And number one, I mean, the convenience in terms of the city and everywhere else is second to none. You don't get better than this. It's perfect.
Fort Lee, maybe it's because of Governor Christie and the George Washington Bridge, but somehow Fort Lee has become pretty much the center of attraction for many, many people and families.
We moved to Fort Lee. We were debating whether to sell a house. We weren't ready yet, and somebody came and knocked on our door, and we decided that it was time to sell.
We moved to Fort Lee because it's easy living, and we love it here. The building, the environment, the community, we're close to the city.
And we don't even have to shovel snow.
Oh, yes.
And there's a beautiful sense of community here. It's a special place to live.
I love the fact that I find it to be cohesive, warm, welcoming.
And of course, we can't forget about that we have a Cholent Kiddush every week.
It was close to where I work, and I like the building that I moved into, and the community, looked just right for me.
We have pools, and we have diving boards, and we have a little baby pool.
You can take the bus into the city, or you can take the ferry into the city. It's so convenient, or walk over the George Washington Bridge.
We live in a big building. I don't do yard work at all. I don't fix anything, so it's an easy life.
Kadosh Baruch Hu shined on us, and when Rabbi Winkler, who was our rabbi for 36 years and was the founding rabbi of the shul, decided that he wanted to make Aliyah, we were blessed by Rabbi Zev and his lovely wife Michal Goldberg.
This was probably the best thing that could have happened to our community, to have Rabbi Goldberg as our rabbi.
He was the first rabbi that we interviewed, and he set the level so high that others could not reach him.
Rabbi Winkler built over 36 years a foundation, and you are taking it to a wonderful new level, and I know that each of us in this shul so deeply appreciate it.
Right away, I like him, I love him. Not only I love him, everybody loves him. He lightened up our shul in Fort Lee. And I hope he'll stay till 120 years here with us.
We were in Los Angeles for 4 years, and we were looking for the next opportunity. And I'll never forget when we came to Fort Lee that first Shabbos to try out the community and for the community to meet us. We were immediately impressed with the warmth of the community, overwhelmed really in a very positive way. And that type of environment was not unique to that Shabbos. What we realized when we moved here and we began our roles as Rabbi and Rebbitzin is that the experience of that first Shabbos, the feeling of family, of community, of warmth that we felt that first time we visited is a feeling that you have every time you walk into the shul, particularly on Shabbos morning when there's a nice full room. You just feel like you're part of something special.
We also have membership participation to an extent that we never had before. People are really ready to come forward and to participate and to help in the different activities that we have, both men and women.
So it's tough to put a highlight that comes to mind from the past year into perspective because there's so many.
There are shiurim virtually every day of the week.
This past year, I got involved going to Daily Minyan, which was very special for me.
We had a cheesecake baking event, someone from our shul led it. We had a nutrition event, someone from our shul led it.
We have a movie night. We have a women's Rosh Chodesh get-together.
Yeah, the Lunch and Learn has really been an asset to our community.
What's so invigorating for me and for us is to see how people really come out. A couple weeks ago, we had Rabbi Schachter come. There were about 100 people in the room.
There have just been numerous events where different individuals really stood up and contributed in a very significant, meaningful way that I think is a unique part of this community. When you're in a smaller community, there's more room to do these things and to have an impact, and I think it's been really appreciated.
One of the highlights for our children is Shabbos morning. Our kids love coming to shul. because they are showered with love, from the lollipops that they receive to the high fives that they get when they're walking down the aisle. They just really enjoy the experience of coming to shul. They love playing with the other kids that are there, and it's a real great reflection on the shul that our kids feel so loved.
I'll paraphrase from what somebody said to me on the phone today. She said, this is the beginning of the beginning. I think that's the best way to put this year. It really does feel like we're at a turning point in the shul, a turning point in the community, and that's what this year has really ushered in.